All right, good morning, everybody. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes so we can wait on a few people to join in on our 11:30 webinar. All right, we're all set. Now that we're all tuned in, good morning. My name is Karina. This is Mitch, our BTL rep. He'll be guiding us through the video that is joining today with the Vanquish webinar so that he can answer all the questions as well and guide us towards the end. So I'm very excited. Thank you so much for joining us and taking the time to join us live. I'm looking forward to introducing to you one of our new body contouring technologies. Mitch will be assisting me throughout the whole webinar as well. So if you're serious about losing fat, you are in the right video. So just to let you know, let me get through this real quick. A couple of key points that we'll be going over today is if you're struggling to lose those inches around the waist, anything that you're working out and you're still not seeing the improvements, that's going to be one of our key points. And of course, if you're struggling with big thighs, you're going on a run and they're rubbing and they're so annoying, we're going to go ahead and address that area as well. So just a little bit about me. My name is Karina. I am a dual licensed therapist, meaning that I'm also a massage therapist, but as also a medical esthetician. I'm an avid runner and I love skin. I'm very passionate about it, but also music and enlightenment books. All right, so what is Vanquish Me? Vanquish is basically a non-surgical treatment. It's designed to help you decrease the volume of your abdomen or your thighs and also your arms. So this is all through a heating of the fat tissue, but it's also contact free. It does not touch your skin whatsoever. So you're not in need of anesthesia and it's not, you don't need any pain medication. You won't have any downtime at all. So here's just a little bit of a visual of what you will see more in depth in the video right now with Mitch. But basically, Vanquish uses radio frequency energy to target and destroy the fat cells just by heating them up, which results in fatty cell shrinkage and also elimination. All right, so Mitch, go ahead and take the wheel on this one.
Absolutely. Thanks everyone for joining. Vanquish is probably one of our most exciting technologies that gets the least attention, and it's really a one-of-a-kind piece of equipment. So as mentioned earlier, it actually does not even touch your skin. It's about 1/2 inch above. And what it's doing is it's sending radio frequency energy into the tissue, as you'll see on this video here. And I'll kind of let this run. And what we're doing is, with this large applicator, we're able to actually treat the entire abdomen. We call it circumferential reduction. A lot of technologies can only spot treat upper abdomen, lower abdomen, the love handles, maybe lower back fat, but with Vanquish, you're able to target everything. We actually call it a shrink wrap or even a silhouette procedure, which is unbelievable and again, unheard of. So because of that large panel covering the entire midsection, in one 90-minute session, we're able to get the entire waistline, the flanks, as well as the lower back and the flanks. So when we talk about losing inches, it's really a holistic multiple pant size type reduction based on how strong the energy is and the spot size that we're able to treat. The other cool part about it, they didn't show in the video, is basically you'll have a 45-minute session on the front, and then they'll flip you over and do 45 minutes on the back. And the important part about that is your love handles actually get over 75 minutes of therapeutic fat destruction per session. So even if you just have a problem area of love handles, we can literally eviscerate and eliminate that almost entirely with a machine that's not even touching your body, which is unheard of and quite remarkable.
That's true. I've actually experienced it myself, and it's literally so relaxing. It's like a warm blanket, basically. I can't even believe that it's doing so much all in just those minutes.
Absolutely. Did you just have one treatment?
Yes, I just had one treatment. Yeah, I wanted to get the full experience of how it felt. So once I got that down, I was like, okay, this is great. I want more. I want more.
Yep, absolutely. It's very versatile. If you're already fit and you just have, let's say, a huge area is just kind of the love handles for most people. Vanquish is perfect because you're getting so much heat on those flanks. Or if you want to lose 2, 3, 4, 5 pant sizes, and you're having a hard time, even if you're diet and exercising, Vanquish will also give you unbelievable outcomes.
That's right. That's right. So if you all are struggling to lose those inches around the waist, thank you so much for that, Mitch. We'll have you come in more to help me out on the questions. But
Sure.
as we mentioned, problem number one is usually our abdominals, right? So a lot of us struggle with losing that area, maybe even on the sides as well as the front. This targets all that area. So if the pandemic has done any damage to you, like it has to me, it's like I'm even hesitant to go to the gym. This is going to be the perfect option for you, especially because it's just you and me performing it throughout the whole session. And you don't have to worry about anything. You're just literally relaxing throughout those minutes, and it's doing the work for you. All right, so I love to share stories. I love to see befores and afters, and here's our first one. This is Rosa. She was frustrated with the fact that even though she worked out and she ate right, she had fat deposits all through the back, you can even see. But until she experienced Vanquish, I suggested her 4 treatments, 1 week apart, each one of them. And these are her results. It's amazing.
You can notice the upper and lower. Go ahead.
It's contouring completely.
Yep.
It does just that. The words aren't just there just because. It literally contours your body. I have another angle. So this is the other angle of her results. I don't even think I need to say more of what she got out of this whole experience. It's amazing.
This is why we call it the silhouette or shrink wrap, because from every angle, there's less body and less fat. So lower back, upper back, flanks, stomach. I mean, it's literally a 360 abdominal shrink wrap.
Exactly. I love those. Those nicknames fit them perfectly. All right. So basically what Vanquish Me helps you with is it creates long-lasting change. So it's not just like, oh, you have to keep coming to me for you to see the results. No, this will give you long-lasting change. It burns fat permanently and it increases definition, but also helps you lose inches. So I'm going to share another story. This is Vanessa. She is a working professional that works long hours and had no time to go to the gym. I don't know if you all can relate, but I have those motivation jeans, my skinny jeans, where it's like, I'm going to get back to that size by the end of this year. Well, that's basically Vanessa right there. Look at the before and after. She was very frustrated at the time, but now seeing the results, and this is just after 4 treatments as well, this is unheard of. For you to even experience this kind of change just by 4 treatments, it's amazing.
Looks like surgery.
Right, exactly.
The other cool thing to point out here is typically when you're losing this much weight quickly, the skin actually gets worse and looser, but you'll notice her skin is actually tighter and has more elasticity. The reason being, with radio frequency, the way this technology works is it has to go through your skin to get to the fat, which is underneath. But as a byproduct, there are some off-label skin tightening and heating benefits that allow you to lose those inches, but still have an attractive waistline or thighs without the skin becoming very loose and then needing other services to rectify that second problem.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that because, I mean, in surgery, it's a given, right? They're doing the whole job all at once, and then people here can imagine, okay, it burns fat, that's great, but where's all this loose skin gonna go to? So I'm glad that you addressed that. That could be a concern to plenty viewers. All right, and then for my mommies out there, this is Susan. She's a young mom. She didn't have any time, as you all can relate, for herself whatsoever. She finally took the time to come in and express to me about how she wanted to remove all of that mommy tummy. So after meeting with her, I did suggest to her 4 to 6 treatments, and she was really consistent. She did really well, stayed hydrated, and look at that. That's just after her 6th treatment. Very, very big improvements in that one. All right, and to my gentlemen out there, this isn't just for women, this is for men as well. This is Stan. He's an accountant, and as you can imagine, he was on the desk the whole time working on his numbers, and he couldn't work out. He wasn't doing much active work, even during his long hours of work. So he was frustrated. And after meeting with Stan, I recommended 4 treatments as well, and look at these results.
You can even see the lower back fat, if you look above the waistline, is changed and targeted, which is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. Amazing. So for those, like he mentioned, it doesn't just work the front. For those of you concerned with the back area, it still targets all of that. This is Maggie. She was fed up with all this stubborn fat that went on the back of the side, and she wanted to look good during the summer. So this is after her 4th treatment as well. Amazing. So if abdomen is not your main focus, we did mention the thighs, and I have some stories on the thighs as well. It also creates some long-lasting changes, permanent fat burning. It increases definition and helps you lose inches. So this is Amy. She's a mom. After meeting with Amy, her concern was clearly her inner thigh area. I recommended 4 treatments, and you can already tell. I'm pretty sure she's running a lot smoother now, don't you think, Mitch?
Yeah, I mean that thigh gap is you know, a very sought after aesthetic.
Yeah.
And again, the applicator for the thigh is separate from the stomach, but it has the same panel, so it's able to wrap around the inner outer thigh and even hit a little bit underneath. So again, it's a true 360 approach. It's not just the hamstring or the quad muscle or the tissue. You're getting the entire area done. That's why you're seeing these types of results, inner outer shrinkage of that area.
Right. And even with this story, even though you can't tell, she was actually even excited to see her glutes firming up, and they felt lifted to her. And that's obviously all the work that it's doing 360 on that thigh. All right. And oh my God, I love this one. Just because you look at it and you don't think, okay, well, where is it? But once you look on the outside of it, you see it completely. And some people don't realize that that's an issue to certain people. And yes, this is another great example where it targets literally all around. This is Janice. You could tell she works out.
And the inner thigh too.
And the inner thighs. Yeah. So she works out, and you think the before picture, but she knew that she could do better. She knew that there could be more done to it. She wanted more definition. And this is just her after the 4th treatment as well. She was thrilled. Amazing. All right, Mitch. So this is our chance I know we have a
Okay.
couple of questions already, so if you haven't asked any questions, please feel free to type them in as we go over the questions that we're about to go through. So I know one of our first questions is it permanent?
Yes. So the fat destruction is permanent. Um, of course, if you want to continue to enhance or get quicker results, it's important that you hydrate. So the way it works is whenever you have something with heat, the heat is using the water in your cells to travel through. So one of the things they'll do at Dr. Leeman's office is just measure your hydration. Obviously, drinking water is healthy and great anyway. So to get the results you saw by just drinking a little more water, most people are more than willing to do that. Also, the more water you drink and hydrated, the more your body can flush all of the dead fat cells out quicker. So it allows those permanent results to start showing up even faster. It's kind of a win-win.
Exactly. Exactly. So yes, they are permanent. Just as long as you're staying hydrated and making sure that you're keeping up with your good work on your diet, you'll be fine. This is
Yep.
permanent.
If you keep your lifestyle the same,
Exactly.
the changes are permanent and they continue to get better and better.
Right. It's like, I think sometimes some of us get so excited about the results that we're just like, let's go eat. Let's go
Yeah.
all out because we finally got the results. No.
Yeah.
Need to maintain.
Yep.
Hey, Karina. It's Priscilla. I just wanted to mention we had a few that came in a little late after the video, so maybe if we can go back to put the video again, that way Mitch can go over it for those people who came in a little late, if you wouldn't mind.
Of course not. Let me get you on the previous one, Mitch. Give me just a second.
Sure.
All right, so for those of you all just joining us, we're gonna retrack to the video where Mitch, our BTL representative, will be helping us understand what we are viewing. I'm gonna go ahead and mute it for you. Is that okay, Mitch?
Perfect.
All right. Yeah.
Awesome. So what you can see happening here, and thanks everyone for joining, is there's a large applicator that actually covers the entire abdomen as well as the love handles or flanks. And what we're doing is we're delivering radio frequency heat into the tissue to help permanently destroy the fat cells. The cool parts about this technology is the applicator is not even touching the skin. It's about 1/2 inch above. So it's completely safe. And we're able to treat the entire waistline, front and back. So the protocol would be 45 minutes on the front, and then they flip you over and do 45 minutes on the back. So your love handles are actually getting 90 minutes of treatment time, which means we're literally able to shrink wrap your entire waistline, not just the upper and lower abs, not just the lower back fat or the love handles, but literally 360 tone and reduce the waistline itself in just 4 simple 90-minute treatments where you can pretty much take a nice midday nap if you want.
Yes. And one of the things that I was thinking about, even on people's lunch break, you can even go on your lunch break and get treated.
Yep.
That kind of segues into the next question. It was like, what's the downtime?
Yeah, there's 0 downtime. One of the nice parts about Dr. Leeman's office is they offer a comprehensive approach to body sculpting. So they have a variety of technologies to meet your needs. One of their machines called M-Tone actually has a vibrational energy, which they can use right after Vanquish as an add-on service to help break up dead fat cells and flush them out quicker. Your skin may feel a little warm for 20, 30 minutes, and that's it. You can literally go to the gym right after and work out. There's 0 adverse effects or downtime. Again, if you want to see even faster results using M-Tone right after as well as hydrating will really help. And those are just great things, especially the hydration to do anyways.
Right. Right. All right. So
You
then,
kind of, oh, sorry. I was going to say, Mitch, you kind of went into the next question that was asked. You mentioned the question was, does Vanquish hurt and what does it feel like? You said warmth, but so the question was, does Vanquish hurt? How does it feel during and after? And what should I expect to feel?
Yeah, great question. So it definitely does not hurt. Honestly, imagine like microwaving the fat off your body, but safe and healthy. You're literally laying there. You'll feel a little bit of heat. They have a fan in the room, so it just feels warm. It's actually very pleasant. I've had it done and fell asleep through it until they woke me up to flip me over, kind of like a massage. You're very relaxed and comfortable. Afterwards, the stomach or thighs, depending on what you're treated, may feel a little warm, and that's it. I definitely recommend adding on the M-tone after just to break up the fat and increase circulation. Again, it's just going to make the results appear even faster. And hydrating, when I say hydrate, usually drinking about half your body weight in water per day is recommended. If you wanted to add some electrolytes, an IV therapy, things like that, it's not required, but it does really just help the whole process.
right. I even have currently a patient that's doing Vanquish and M-tone put together, and she mentioned that she had an immediate increase on her metabolism. So that's, yeah, it's a great combination. I completely agree.
Absolutely.
And I had another question that came in. How long will the results last?
Yeah, so the results are permanent. It's 4 treatments once a week. Typically with fat destruction, it takes, anywhere from 2 to 3 months for the results to fully show. But a lot of people, especially as you're just staying hydrated and maybe being a little bit more active, will notice changes in between those 4 sessions. And then again, it's permanent, assuming your lifestyle stays the same. Those results that you saw in the before and after photos, those are long lasting results.
And I have another question. Are results consistent or do different patients have different results? That's the first part of the question. I'll let you answer that.
Yeah, these are all great questions. Keep them coming. The results stay consistent. We have 9 clinical studies on Vanquish showing this robust fat destruction. Now, if it's a larger patient that has more abdominal tissue or thigh, they may notice even more inches reduced just by nature of having more to begin with. But if someone's already in a normal body type and just wants to get, let's say, a little lower abdomen or flanks destroyed and shrunk wrap, then you can do that and get great inches as well and reduction, but it may not be 4 inches because there's not 4 inches to lose. But everyone that is the right candidate, which is part of the consultation process, will definitely notice a shrink wrapped waistline or thinner thighs without a doubt.
And Mitch, the second part of the question from this gentleman is what percentage of fat cells are flushed out after a 4-week treatment?
Yeah, the percent of fat cells will vary, but all the dead fat cells that are destroyed do get flushed out of the body. The rate at which they get flushed out, typically for fat destroying procedures, is 90 days. But again, if you are a little bit more active, so even if you just went on 3 to 4 walks a week, doesn't have to be intense cardiovascular, and hydrated, as well as added something like M-tone, you'll flush those fat cells even quicker to get the results that you saw in those before and afters in as little as a month versus it taking a little more. Some people like the fact that it gets better and better and better. Just like when someone gets surgery, they get smaller and smaller and smaller months and months and months afterwards. So it's a normal filtration procedure. It's just how much are you going to help your body flush those fat cells out.
And then the third part of the question was, are there any side effects?
There's no side effects to the treatment itself. Safe and easy. The way it's placed off the skin obviously adds an extra layer of safety. And I know I sound like a broken record, but just to make sure you're hydrated, to use something like the M-tone to try to be a little bit as active if you already are, a little bit more. It's just, you know, you're making an investment in yourself. So doing a little few small, reasonable things to boost your body will boost the outcomes nicely.
And then I had another one that came in just now in the chat anonymously, and it's, what is the next step if I'm interested?
So I believe you'll schedule a consultation with Dr. Leeman's office. They'll look at your body type, suggest a protocol, whether it's just Vanquish or a combination therapy. There it is. You can email Karina@drleeman.com, and there's their number to schedule a free consultation to kind of assess your body and then determine the best course of action. They have some unbelievable tools there to complement Vanquish, whether it's during or even afterwards, and really give you a custom one-of-a-kind protocol. Each body is different, so each kind of, you know, package should be a little special per person.
Exactly. More personable for sure. All right. Any other questions that you all may have? Maybe we missed a little something here and there. Having any doubts? Were those our last questions, Priscilla?
Yes, I haven't seen any more come in.
Great. Perfect. Well, either way, regardless, if we did not address something in specific that you wanted, or you just want to have more of an interaction and let me know what's going on, what are the next procedures, as like Mitch did mention, we have the number right here on the screen. And if you are at work right now and you're more prone to emailing, that is my email as well, at karina@drleeman.com. Our phone number is 512-478-2273. I'll get you set up on that free consult. Take advantage of it completely.
Yeah.
So
I think we have somebody who raised up their hand just now.
okay.
Yes.
Let me see if we can, if they have a question. And then also I wanted to mention our next webinar is October 15th. So just keep an eye out for our email. And if you're ready to sign up, we can definitely sign you up for our next webinar, which is on injections and fillers.
Exciting. Or were they just waving?
Maybe they were waving.
And I just wanted to add kind of a final thought for you all. Having worked in medical aesthetics for 10 years, I am consistently blown away by Vanquish and what it does. I love that it's able to treat the entire abdomen front to back or the entire thigh. It's very rare to be able to do that in a comfortable treatment or in general. Usually to get that much surface area treated, you're talking about, you know, hours and hours and hours and multiple machines. And sometimes you still can't even do like the upper lower back or the upper lower stomach. So for this device to comfortably and effectively and safely treat literally a 360 approach, just makes it a very valuable tool. It ensures that you're happy patients and get great results. And it's something that can really transform the body significantly.
Yeah, I agree. With my patients, I'm like, I get excited every time I talk about it to them. It's like, I want to just like show it to them and just kind of get them to lay down already to feel what's going on. But it's definitely a great experience. A lot of my patients do love the whole process, especially the fact that it's non-invasive, so relaxing, doing the work for you. So as I mentioned, the pandemic has definitely done some damage to you. You need to come by. This is going to be perfect for you. All right. Well, thank you so much, Mitch, for joining us and helping us out, giving us a little bit more guidance, a little bit more in depth, especially answering the questions for us. But as Priscilla did mention earlier, we are going to be having future webinars. And if you're in, this wasn't something that was more in your field, you're interested more into procedures for the skin, for the face, please stay tuned with us. Email us, give us your information, give us a call or anything. Even follow us on social media. As you can tell, we're literally everywhere. If you did tune in late on this video, no worries. We are uploading this to our YouTube channel where Mitch and I went through the whole video for you. So if in case you miss anything, no worries. You'll be able to tune in on this full video and this week. All right. Well, thank you so much again, Mitch, for joining
Yep,
us.
my pleasure.
Thank you. You always are great help,
Of
honestly.
course.
And I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you so much for taking the time for joining us. And give us a call if you have any doubts or you're ready for that free consultation with me. I look forward to meeting you all in the near
Take care, everyone.
Thank you.